Right, let's do a video on the bird of paradise. So these 4 plants here all overwintered in the summer house, kept on the dry side, minimum of 4 degrees. Most of you already know this, just in case anyone's picked up this video who's not a regular viewer. So yeah, so that they've been kept cool, fairly dark, and pretty much dry. Just a splash of water here and there over winter. So I've got them out now. I've just repotted them all. So these, I haven't gone stupid big. These are like the sort of size pots they were in originally. I've literally just gone up a 1 pot size and added some fresh compost in there. So these 2 here are the Strelitz Nicolai, which are the giant white bird of paradise. Now, unfortunately that one opened up during winter and got a bit of mechanical damage on the leaf. So I grew these from seed, 4 years ago. Also got another one. This is grown at the same time, but this is a lot bigger because I normally keep this one in the conservatory over summer, so it gets a lot more heat. This one was kept indoors as a house plant. Unfortunately, doing the repotting process, the newest leaf, which is obviously still only just opened up, I'm guessing about a month ago, hadn't fully hardened off and sort of didn't quite snap, but it bent over. So I've had to put a big stake in that and tie it to that. So hopefully we haven't lost that leaf. I was going to cut it off, but I thought no, we'll give it a chance. So this one, obviously since it's been repotted, has drooped a little, but this indoors, this was like touching the ceiling, so it's over 7 foot. And it's got to the stage now where they do start to pup. So you get little plants offshoot, if you like. So there's a little one there with a couple of leaves on it, and we've actually got another one this side just starting to come. So this one's been repotted. This has been a really small pot, to be fair, and they do like to be pot bound, but they do have really thick tuberous roots, and they can, if you've got them in a ceramic or terracotta pot, they will break the pot eventually. So looking at this as an example, the roots are really thick, tuberous, and they do, like I say, they like to be pot bound. That tends to encourage flowering, but I have upsized them just to, like I say, get a bit of fresh compost in there for the growing season ahead. So we've talked about the white bird of paradise. So we've got 3 here. I did have 5 altogether. I brought 5 seeds, they all germinated. I sold a couple last year or the year before. They are starting to become a bit more regularly available. I've seen in Morrison's and B&Q and that, so you can buy them as small plants. They do grow pretty quick. They do tolerate low light, so they are a good house plant, but they definitely do prefer to be in full sun. They're not hard to acclimatise to full sun because the leaves are quite thick, and they will burn if you just have them in deep shade, you know, indoors, and then whack them out into full sun. But if you can do it, give them a little couple of hours of morning sun and slowly acclimatise them, they'll be alright. So they're the white bird of paradise, and then we've got 2 here, which this one is a standard bird of paradise. So that would have the orange and blue flowers. You see it's now pushing out the leaf, and that's actually a lot bigger than the previous, so they're starting to get a bit more mature. And we have got a flower spike there, so I'm hoping now it's going to get a bit more light, temperatures are up, that may well open up fairly soon. So that's the standard bird of paradise. Again, no special treatment over winter. Real easy, chuck it in your greenhouse or in a shed. As long as they don't get a frost, they're fine, they're happy. They'll just sit there dormant. But this one is a bit more unusual. I've still got the tag actually, so we'll have a look at that. So it is like a variation of the standard. Is that focusing? But it's got a gold flower rather than the blue and orange, or so it's supposed to. So we'll see it on that one, because this has also got a flower coming. So that'll be the first time. I've had this one for so I bought this maybe, that's $9.99. I bought that 3 years ago as probably a plant about this high, so you know that's done okay. And now we've got a flower on it. This standard bird of paradise is a similar situation. I bought this as a quite small plant. I think I paid about $7.99 for this one, probably about this high, and again it's done quite well with the flower spike on it. But this one was a bit problematic. This is, I just repotted it in the same pot, this one, because the roots had got so thick and they'd gone pretty deep, and it started pushing itself out on the side, so it's literally leaning sideways. So I've just straightened it up because that's pushing itself out. The roots are still slightly exposed, but once I water that in a few times, that settles fully, I'll mulch over that just to protect the roots from too much light. So repotting these, I just got a 50-50 mix of standard compost and new, well, topsoil if you like, or garden soil. So yeah, a mix 50-50 of compost and garden soil is fine. And I did top it off with a bit of, before I watered them in, I whacked the plant in, topped it up with the compost mix, and then I got some chicken manure pellets and spread about, watered it in fully, so obviously you get a good inch or two of sinkage where, you know, the air pockets come out of the soil after you've watered it. And then I just topped it up with fresh soil again, so in theory most of the chicken manure pellets is a good inch under the surface. And I've done it like that because my dog loves the smell of the chicken manure pellets, and he'll get in there like a little truffler and dig about. So I didn't really want him doing that, so I'm getting just underneath the surface, and you know, they're a bit, let them do their jobs, give them a bit of feed, natural feed. So this is what they're looking like after winter. Not too bad. Like I say, they'll stay out now until, like I said in a previous video, we've got a couple of cooler nights coming up, so as long as it don't get sort of below maybe 4 degrees, I'm happy to leave them out. But I may well, if it gets below 4, get them back in the summer house. They will take a very, very light frost. I mean, going back, I'm going to tag on this one, it says hardy down to 0 degrees, so a frost may well damage him. So I haven't sort of got them through winter to let them get frosted now, so I will get them back in if we do get that situation. But yeah, real easy tropical looking plant, easy care, easy over winter, and they make good house plants. You know, even the standard forms rather than the big leaf, you know, the white bird of paradise. But yeah, get them out for the summer. They'll certainly put on a decent amount of growth for you. Alright, I think that'll do it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.